Yeah, I started drawing this map, and then I got a phone call. Gotta love phone calls. Mm, and then, so I'm keeping going. And on this side, I've got the old money game, and on this side, I've got the new money game, which I'm calling the creation game, and and maybe even the regeneration game, because it's not creating from. Mm, there's a lot of messes to clean up because the new money game is happening after the old money game has been in function for a long time. So what I started with was this thing about how in the old money game there's a lot of hiding and there's a lot of lying. There's like a lot of keeping your numbers close to your chest and and sometimes bragging about them, and even that might be not entirely honest. Mm, Whereas on the in the side of the new creation game, there's this way where the money conversations are open and honest and things are transparent, so people can see, oh yeah, this is how the money part went. And the purpose of the old money game is like profit for the few, and and this kind of consumes consumerism, and what's consumed is the natural resources the, that will that are common resources. So the commons of of all, and so this is where like supposedly the earth belongs to all of us, but only those people can cut down the trees and sell them, and we have to pay for them if we buy them. And whereas the purpose on this side is winning happening. It's not about winners and losers. It's about the whole space, the planet, the morphogenetic field of Gaia, winning happening on it, which might even sometimes include people die, plants die, things get, but there it's not like winning and losing. It's death happens, and death can be part of winning happening. So what else would populate this map in regard to the old money game? Hmm. The old money game, the the the, the game is the game is unknown. There's I think a lot of the people playing the game don't even know the rules to the game, and this means that there are a lot of pawns. And in the new creation game, the game worlds, individual game worlds, are very clearly defined. So clearly contexted game worlds. And I think another I mean, and in a way, this is the map of modern culture and the map of archaearchy. Uh, but this is with a search and focus on the money part. So, what are some other things? Mm, well, yeah, in the old money game, like how is the old money game taught? It's not clearly taught. I mean, because it's a so when it comes to the the game of the banks and the game of the companies, it's not as if those games are clearly taught in school. Uh, in the other, well, the educational realms of modern culture, even in when it comes to like business school and university and this the academic halls, uh, it's not necessarily accurately taught how the money part goes. There, I mean, I'm guessing when it comes to the hiding and lying, profit for the few, consumerism, consuming the commons of all, where there are a lot of pawns, and that some of the most clear schooling for that game, these games, is taught in a context of, I don't know, the mafia or something. It's like they lay out how it goes, but if you don't happen to have access to the mafia, or you don't want to have access to the mafia and play the game to this degree, there's really nowhere to go. If you go to the halls of academia and learn the banking game and learn all the kind of equivalent of physics of the economy, it may not actually empower you still to actually play the old money game successfully. Whereas the new creation game, it's an experiment. It's an ongoing experiment. And it's an ongoing experiment that begins with having your own authority. Having your center. Begins with being centered. What else? I mean, I guess this is, in a way, this is mind candy mining, because we could be like, oh, great, now we know the old and the new game. But beyond that, there's this way that somehow discerning the new game empowers me to play it. And when I look at this side and I'm reminded, oh, develop my skill and capacity for radical honesty. Develop my skill and capacity for build mass to the bright principle also of winning happening. Create a clear context. And that's even an experiment. So deepening the context of a game world ongoingly with feedback and coaching from the people who are taking an interest in the game world. This is a hint and a tip. Yeah, go back to being an experimenter. When I'm experimenting, I cannot lose, I cannot fail, because this is also feedback and coaching. It's beeps, yeah, and what's the shift and what's the go? And then beginning with being centered and grounded and in my personal bubble of space, which brings me back to the point of starting over and over again is really first position. So that's what I have so far, and I want to hear, what would you add? What would you change? Yeah, let me know. Goodbye for now.